The Outer Banks are once again facing a dramatic and unsettling threat. A pair of beachfront homes in Rodanthe teeter dangerously close to toppling into the Atlantic Ocean as Hurricane Erin powers up offshore. Imagine watching your dream hostel getaway on the verge of destruction, not from gradual erosion, but from the raw force of nature intensified by powerful storms. The anxiety isn't just for homeowners, but for anyone who loves these beaches or wonders how seaside communities will cope with a changing climate. And this is the part most people miss. These aren't issues that only crop up during massive hurricanes. Sometimes ordinary swelling surf is all it takes to push fragile homes to the breaking point. Recent drone footage lays bare the reality. These Rodanthe houses are now mere spectators as Hurricane Erin, the season's first hurricane, whips up turbulent waves, sending them slamming into the North Carolina coast. Mark Gray, who works with W.M. Dunn Construction, bluntly described the situation. "Without a doubt, we have two homes on the brink of collapse. These dwellings sit along G.A. Kohler Court, an area famous, or perhaps notorious, for repeated house collapses in recent years." Cape Hatteras National Seashore Superintendent Dave Halleck weighed in too, explaining that although the homes are empty, they're directly exposed to relentless surf and highly vulnerable. He warned, when massive waves crash against the pilings, there's a real risk of serious damage. So, how bad could Erin get? As of Friday, Hurricane Erin has strengthened to a Category 1 powerhouse, boasting sustained winds around 75 miles per hour. Forecasts map Erin's path northward, just above Puerto Rico, and experts believe this could intensify the storm into a much more serious threat by Sunday. While most meteorologists predict Erin will remain hundreds of miles off the U.S. coast, even distant hurricanes can trigger enormous swells and hazardous rip currents. From August 20th to the 27th, beachgoers and residents alike should expect risky surf all along the East Coast. Here's where it gets controversial. Although king tides, which notoriously exacerbate erosion, won't coincide with Erin's closest approach, the sheer force of the waves could still destabilize vulnerable houses perched on shifting sand. This isn't a fluke or a one-off freak event. Rodanthe has become a national touchpoint in the heated debate over climate change and the rising seas. Since 2020, the town has mourned the loss of over a dozen homes, with 6 destroyed in 2024 alone. Whenever these homes collapse, they leave a trail of debris that scatters for miles, posing safety hazards and environmental concerns. Last year's fallout saw cleanup crews laboring for weeks to clear household remnants from the beaches. Some homeowners have tried fighting back. In a race against the tide, a few have physically moved their houses inland or opted for controlled demolitions, sacrificing their homes on their own terms to reduce the damage and mess. In one notable example, an old Waves house was relocated a mile inward to Rodanthe itself, repurposed to house employees. But that solution is costly, complex, and not always feasible, raising simmering questions about who should pay and where these homes should go. Right now, local officials, the National Park Service, Dare County, and the property owners themselves are watching Erin's movements with bated breath. The fate of these endangered homes rests squarely in the hands of their owners, who must decide whether to attempt relocation, go for a demolition, or risk waiting out the storm. Halleck reassures the public that so far, beaches have stayed open and relatively clear of debris. But if these structures fall, that picture could change in an instant. And here's the polarizing question at the heart of it all. Are iconic beach homes worth saving at ever-rising costs? Or should nature be allowed to reclaim these fragile shorelines? Should the community, insurers, or government shoulder the responsibility for adapting to a new coastal reality? Or is retreat the only rational answer? Let us know. Do you think saving these houses is a noble cause or a lost battle? Would you rather see innovative relocation efforts, tougher building requirements, or leave it all to nature's whims? Join the conversation in the comments below and share your view on what comes next for the Outer Banks.